So I've wanted one of these for a while now. I've got my hands on the 1/10 scale ROCHobby Atlas from FMS. I think it's a really cool looking rig. Let's check this thing out. So you get your manual, get some stickers. So it comes in this big chunky polystyrene, or whatever you want to call it, box. Got these nice little clips to open it, and then you just pull it open. You know, it comes all nicely well packaged in the box. One of the really nice things about the FMS rigs is they always come really well packaged. You know, I haven't had a single rig turn up with any damage. So yeah, really nice packaging. So unlike most FMS rigs, it's not a hard body. It's just like a Lexan body, but it does still look really nice. You know, you've got lots of nice kind of scale details. You got your windscreen wipers, you got your snorkel, you got your mirrors, you got your door handles, you know, nice bit of grille, you got some LED lights on the front, nice big chunky front bumper. I really like the side stacks and all the exhaust and everything, and the rear bed. I think that's really cool as well. With the body, it basically lifts off, so it's like clipped in. You just pull it up. And then underneath is all your electronics. So you've got a 4-channel receiver, got a 550 35 turn motor, XT60 plug on your ESC, which is basically a like a Hobbywing WP1040 ESC. It's not bad, but yeah, slow speed control on this thing isn't the best in the world, but at least it is waterproof, so you know, that's a start. You can see your body just kind of clips into these little recesses here, so you just literally push your body down, push it in, and it's clicked into place. Wheels and tyres are usual kind of FMS wheels and tyres you get on like the ROCHobby and on things like their big FJ40 and the Mashigan and so on. They're not bad. They are beadlock wheels. They're vented. You know, stock tyres aren't amazing, but you know, for a ready to run, they're not bad. I do really like the rear bed, and the spare wheel you can just basically pull off. It just clips on, so you can decide if you do want it on or off or not. Obviously, I've already kind of assembled the rig because I've already ran it, hence why it's so muddy. But yeah, I do really like that kind of rear bed. Obviously, you could get some like cool accessories, or you could turn it into like a tow truck or something like that. So that's really cool. Underneath, I do actually quite like these chassis. Again, it's the same chassis that's, you know, on the Mashigan, on the FJ40, and they're big, solid steel rails. So it gives it a really nice bit of low down weight. You've got big, chunky drive shafts, really thick suspension links, and you've obviously got a 4-link on the front and a 4-link on the rear. I was surprised when I ran like my FJ40, considering how heavy it is. You know, you do have a really nice bit of low down weight, so it does kind of help stabilize the rig quite well. For your steering, I'm not quite sure what rating the steering servo is, but obviously again, you've got metal links, you've actually got a panhard bar in there as well. It does come with big bore oil-filled shocks as well, and they are quite bouncy, but you know, I actually quite like the movement. They're quite short, to be fair, so you don't have a massive amount of travel. On the rear, obviously, you've got them angled. On the front, they are slightly angled, but not massively. You don't have a lot of movement on the front, to be honest, because it kind of maxes out on the axle. But on the rear, you know, it's not bad. You've got a nice bit of movement there. I mean, you can pick this rig up for $249. So, you know, it is kind of like an entry-level rig, although it's not like, you know, it doesn't have portal axles, doesn't have a 2-speed or anything like that. I really like the look of it, and I think with a few simple upgrades, you know, this thing has got really cool potential. I really wanted this because I think it's going to make an awesome mud truck, so I'm really looking forward to, you know, getting stuck into some more mud. It doesn't come with a battery, so obviously you do need to get your own battery. It doesn't include a battery strap, so I just kind of chucked my own on there. Also, the battery tray is quite small. I struggled even to fit like one of my 3S packs that I would use on the FJ40 or any of the other FMS rigs. So it is a very small battery tray, to be fair. I normally run either this Overlander Sport Track 3S LiPo on my rigs, or I run the Overlander Super Sport 3S, which, you know, this one's a 5,000 milliamp hour. This one's a bit chunkier, although this one does fit just about in the FJ40. This one is more of a slimline hard case pack, but yeah, I mean, you literally, you can't get it in there. I mean, it doesn't fit. So yeah, the battery tray is quite small. So in the running footage, I did run it on this tiny little 2S Overlander Super Sport, which is only a 2900 milliamp hour. The transmitter is a 4-channel transmitter. You know, just nice little transmitter in the hand. Again, it'd be nice if it had a foam grip on the wheel, but it does have all of your controls for, like, you know, your steering trim, your throttle trim, your dual rate, etc., etc. And obviously you've got a 3rd and a 4th channel, although, you know, the 3rd and the 4th channel don't actually do anything because you do have LED lights on the front. but they just come on when you turn the rig on. So, you know, you could make use of these if you wanted like a 4th channel for something. So once you power it on, your LED headlights come on. Like I said, you can't turn them on or off to control them. They're just always on. There's no other LED lights on it, although there are, you know, spaces for additional LED lights if you wanted to fit them. Steering servo, you know, it's not bad. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but, you know, it has a fairly decent amount of power. It's just quite slow, and you can hear it's quite loud. But, you know, you've got a nice bit of steering angle on there. But yeah, it's definitely not the fastest steering servo in the world. Like I said, I've already ran it. I ran it on the trail. We did some usual tests on it. We actually got to run it through some mud as well before the mud's dried up. And yeah, I just think this thing is going to make a really cool mud truck. I think, you know, with some better wheels and tyres, maybe some suspension tweaks and a better ESC, it could make a really cool rock crawler as well. You know, I think it's got that look. And yeah, I mean, that's one of the main reasons I wanted it, because I just think it looks really, really cool. Overall, you know, I'm really happy with it. For $249, you know, I think it's a pretty cool rig. I do like the chassis. It's nice and sturdy, you know, nice bit of low down weight. I love the look of the body with the stacks and everything. I did roll it in the running footage as well, and nothing broke. I was quite surprised, you know, how much abuse it took. You know, that's one of the things that, you know, I find really good with the FMS rigs. You know, even things like the mirrors and the lights, everything's really, really strong. I've got a 100 gate trail running video of my blue FJ40, and the amount of abuse that thing took. And it's basically the same chassis but with a hard body, and man, it was unbelievably tough. If you haven't seen that video, check that out in my crawling and trailing playlist, because yeah, that thing took a beating. So that's one of the things I do like about the FMS rigs, especially the bigger scale ones. You know, they are tough rigs, to be fair. First of all, let's just try out our trail speed, see what we've got, and then let's hit some obstacles and see how this thing performs. Not too bad, you know, you can walk a decent little pace with it. I'm just running it on a 2S because I didn't have a 3S that was small enough, so obviously if you're running a 3S you'd get even more wheel speed, but yeah, that's not bad for 2S. Let's test out the usual bank climb. We'll get a good idea of obviously the grip of the stock tyres and, you know, what our kind of weight's like in regards to, is it really top heavy, is it going to tip over? There's not a massive amount of bank at the moment with all the rain that we've had, but yeah, let's just try and see if we can get up there. So that's what we've just come up, which is pretty steep, to be fair. You know, stock tyres, you know, they're not the best, to be honest. I mean, you know, I've ran these stock tyres on a few of the other FMS rigs and the ROCHobby rigs, and yeah, I mean, they're not amazing. They're not awful, but, you know, they're not amazing. But yeah, a bit of wheel speed. Obviously, if we were on 3S, we'd have even more wheel speed, but yeah, we managed to get up there at least, so that's not bad. And it didn't tip over, which means, you know, we got a decent bit of low down weight. Slow speed control's not bad, but it's not amazing, you know. Let's see what our slow speed control's like moving along this log. Nice. Oh, can we stay on there? Yeah, yeah. And caught up on the front axle there, looks like. See if we can make it along. Oh. See if we can stay on there. No, almost. Let's see what the flex is like going over here. See if we can get over these. Yeah, slow speed control is not the best. That's not bad bit of flex. There we go, made it over. See, our tyres are struggling a bit for grip there. Obviously they're all a bit covered in mud now, but nice. That's not bad. this was one of the things I really wanted to get this rig for, because I think this will look really cool as a mud truck. So yeah, we got a nice bit of sloppy mud there. Let's see how it does in its first little bit of mud. Nice, that one bad. A bit more mud. It hasn't rained too much the last few days, so this is all we're left with. Nice, plenty of wheel speed. Stuck on another route, I think. Nice. That didn't too bad, you know, considering it's completely stock, you know, even the stock tyres, and still only on a 2S, like I said, you know, so it's not got loads of wheel speed, but, you know, managed to plough through, so yeah, pretty happy with that. I think this thing with some really big tyres on it, like meaty mud tyres, I think, and a bit of weathering, some accessories and stuff, I think this thing's going to look awesome, especially ploughing through the mud. See if we can get these roots on the right. You can see tyres are struggling a bit there. It's definitely got potential though. Got some nice big mossy roots. Let's see how we can get over there. Nice, that was really good. Oh, didn't tip over. You already know which route we got to take, don't you? Bridge or through the water? What do you think? Some sloppy mud there. tyre getting buried.
Okay, I think we might be stuck.
A little helping hand and we'll try a slightly different angle. Definitely got potential. The main thing is the stock tyres, which, you know, kind of to be expected, and then the stock ESC, to be honest. The slow speed control just, you know, isn't that great. And you can really tell that when you're kind of like descending, you know, it just kind of freewheels and runs away with you. So yes, dropping something like a Hobby Wing 1080 in there and some better wheels and tyres completely transform this rig, in my opinion. Yeah, you know, still out of the box, it's not bad.